Across the centuries, assassins and Templars wage a hidden war. One side fights for freedom, the other for control. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance, and that balance is shifting. Welcome to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Diaries.
Assassin's Creed is about a grand battle between Templars and Assassins that is hidden behind the scenes of history.
The Assassins are a force dedicated to maintaining and protecting our free will. And that sets them in direct opposition to the Templars, who are all about control.
It's a very, very interesting universe where we have many levels of depth and many angles to explore.
It's a totally immersive game where you get to relive amazing experience in a strong historical context.
With Assassin's Creed, the fans are very important to us, and we know how many people are out there waiting for the next installment and are excited to see what's going to happen. So it's important on the story side that we deliver new twists, new turns, and that we continue the narrative the way we had begun.
Assassin's Creed 1, as most of people know, was set in the Third Crusades during the 12th century. Assassin's Creed 2 was set in the Renaissance. This time around, we are going to focus especially on the city of Rome itself and on the life of Ezio, the second part of his life where he decides to build a new order, which we call the Assassin's Brotherhood.
So Ezio is initially just a young guy who finds himself forced into this world that he never knew existed. He's then exposed to this war between Templars and Assassins, and then struggles and fights to find his place in things. And it just so happens to be sort of at the side of the Assassins.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is a little bit like a new season of a great TV show.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood starts off at exactly the moment that Assassin's Creed 2 ended. So, when we made Assassin's Creed 2, we understood that Ezio's story was more epic than anything we could tell with one game.
And this time around, what we wanted to give the players is the fantasy of being leader of an assassin order. And it made sense for us to put the player in that position and have that extra responsibility of not only teaching them, but also recruiting them and molding the next generation of assassins.
The player will be able to recruit new assassins, train them, and eventually send them on different types of missions.
You will see many familiar faces in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Lots of characters that you knew before in Assassin's Creed 2 will return, but not necessarily the way you expect. Now, Ezio is much older, he's wiser, and he's about to become a leader of the Assassin Order, and he'll need to prove that he truly can lead. But things aren't going to go as planned.
Next on the Brotherhood Diaries.
We're introducing a fresh and unique multiplayer experience, so that's the first time we are doing that for the Assassin's Creed franchise.
In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the player is going to get to actually create the Renaissance in Rome.
Previously on Brotherhood Diaries.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood starts off at exactly the moment that Assassin's Creed 2 ended.
This time around, we are going to focus on the city of Rome itself and on the life of Ezio.
Ezio is much older, he's wiser, and he's about to become a leader of the Assassin Order.
By ascending through the Renaissance Church, the Templars seized control of Rome and made it the heart of their hidden empire. Now its citizens live in fear and poverty, but hope will arise as a brotherhood is born. Welcome to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Diaries.
In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Ezio's villa is attacked and destroyed by Cesare Borgia. After Ezio's villa is destroyed, he journeys to Rome to rebuild the Assassin's Order and strike at the heart of the Templars.
Rome was completely decrepit. People were poor, people were starved, they were scared, they were being bullied all the time. Rome was not the jewel that we know today or even thought it would be at that time.
The city of Rome was truly the center of power and corruption at the time. So there's going to be a strong military presence represented by the Borgias. So Ezio is going to fight against the Borgia. He's going to bring the Renaissance back to Rome.
When you're going to want to rebuild Rome, you're going to have to deal with zones that are occupied by the Borgias. When you get rid of one of those Borgia zones or Borgia towers, you're going to be able to open more shops, open stables. People will look healthier. There's going to be less bandits.
Very subtly, we see Rome change, and the people become confident that the Borgias have less and less influence over their lives.
Rome as a city is nice because you have a bit of water, huge landmarks, variations in levels. You have hills, the 7 hills of Rome. There's the Colosseum, the Pantheon, Castel Sant'Angelo, there's the Vatican. So that's all the new stuff that you're gonna see in this city.
Rome is 3 times the size of Florence. It's the biggest map that we've ever done in an Assassin's Creed game. And so it made sense for us to introduce the horse in the city. Having other NPCs on a horse will allow you to do horse against horse combat mode.
You'll be able to assassinate from horse, start a fear and sequence from your horse, air assassinate a guy and take his horse. So there's a lot of cool new moves that we're adding with that play element.
Ezio, now a master assassin, will see the potential in some recruits and save them from the Borgia oppression by fighting off guards surrounding the recruit, and he will invite them to join the order.
The thing is, the player will actually have to train these guys. But through the process of the game and through the missions that you can send them on, you'll be able to upgrade them and make them even stronger. With this, the player will have some pretty kick-ass allies to help them fight the Borgia.
But you gotta be careful because they can die.
And once they're dead, they're gone forever.
As a player, you totally get to customize your own assassin. You can specialize a certain assassin with long range or another one that could help you out in hand-to-hand combat fighting along with you.
Like the coolest thing I ever saw was I was in a big fight. I called my Assassin's Guild. They came in, they took out the guys. Next thing I knew, they threw some smoke bombs, which then allowed me to finish off the guys, and then they ran off. It was brilliant. Once you see them in action, your jaw's gonna drop.
Next on the Brotherhood Diaries.
You get to kill somebody with a sword, and then you get to shoot his head with a gun. That's pretty violent.
Ezio is facing his toughest foe ever, Cesare Borgia.